I'm Bobby Boyd, president of Mecca Incorporated. Mecca is a machine shop. We specialize in custom parts for embedded computers. Prior to Cogent, there was a transition in the company where I had to let a lot of people go, and so I felt it was a good time to bring someone in to sort of build a strong foundation for future growth in the company. We needed to just improve our efficiency and improve our hiring practices and get people in place so that I could run the business a little more independently and have more free time with my family. One of the big problems we had was just incentivizing our employees. That was the main reason I wanted to bring them in. The experience with Cogent sales was very professional. Steve came in first, and in the past I'd been approached by other consultants, including Cogent, but I didn't feel we were ready for them at the time. But one thing that stuck with me that Steve said was that it's not that we necessarily need help getting to our goals, but that he can help us get it there faster, and that's what really resonated with me. The discovery process was interesting because my weakness was in the financial side. So when Merlin came in, he helped me see some areas where we need to improve financially, and that was an eye-opening experience. I didn't realize that our net profit wasn't what I thought it was. It was just the way we were sort of handling our accounting in QuickBooks, and Merlin was able to show us the error and the way we're calculating that. I feel that Cogent Analytics has been professional throughout the whole process. Working with the project director, Dan, has been a wonderful experience. He's got a great personality, he's very professional. He's not the type of consultant that comes in and demands that you do things his way. We have a dialogue, and that works best with my personality. We've covered a lot of ground, and initially when I hired Cogent, I thought it was going to be to focus on our HR practices and things like that, but we've actually covered the gamut of everything in the business. When it comes to incentives, HR practices, hiring, accounting, you name it, management structure, we covered all that. One of the fundamental things that Cogent emphasized was that we need to stop looking at profit as what's left over at the end of the year after all of your expenses are taken care of. The profit needs to be what you take up front as an expense, and then what's left over is your budget for the company. And it sounds obvious when you say it like that, but it's not intuitive to most people, and so that's one of their points of emphasis. We had a very loose organization structure. I was continually making changes to try to improve our operations and just work with the personnel I had, but Dan came in and helped me shore up that organization chart so that everyone has clearly defined roles. We hold them to standards, specific job descriptions, evaluations. One of the big weaknesses we had at Mecca before Cogent was our quality process. So one of our goals was an industry standard called ISO 9001 certification, and it's something that we intended on doing, but with Dan here, we've been able to sort of expedite that process. We've started holding people accountable. So we had a lot of tools that we're in process of developing here to track metrics, but now we've implemented those fully. And that's been a key change here. And we can already see great improvements in the quality of the products that we're producing. The relationship with Cogent over the long haul, I hope, will be one on a continued basis. Our consultant, Dan, has been a valuable resource, and he's just got a wealth of knowledge. Since working with Cogent, my confidence in the business and in general has gone up greatly, because I do feel that at the end of this whole process, I'll be able to run my business without having to be here, 12, 16 hours a day like in the past. And I have a lot of other aspirations beyond this business, and so now I'll have time to pursue those things. I highly recommend Cogent for any small business. Whether your business is successful or not, Cogent can always find ways to improve what you're doing and give you an outside perspective on things you may not have considered before. So, by all accounts, my business was doing very well before Cogent, but now it's doing a lot better afterward.